I'm Wendy Nelson from Tiny Dog Reading, and this video is all about the sound at the beginning of the words cat and kite, and at the end of the words duck and milk. And it may be hard to hear the individual sound when I say, but it's that sound, cat, kite, duck, milk. That sound can be spelled in 3 different ways. But how do you know which spelling to choose? Well, there are actually some fairly simple patterns to help you decide. So let's take a look at some words, and I'm going to explain it to you. So you will hopefully have a better idea which spelling to choose the next time you're trying to spell one of these words. And we're going to start right here with this word, which I'm sure you already know is the word cat. And you can see that there is a C at the beginning of this word. So when we have this sound at the beginning of a word, and the next letter is the vowel A, we want to use the letter C. This word, cot, like a camp bed that you might sleep on, also begins with a letter C, because that sound is followed by the vowel O. So when you have the sound followed by the vowel O, use the letter C at the beginning of a word. Here we have the word cut. When you hear the sound at the beginning of a word, followed by the vowel U, use the letter C. So when this sound is at the beginning of the word, and the next sound is A, O, or U, any one of those 3 vowels, you're going to spell it with the letter C. Here we have the word clip. So our sound here is followed by a consonant. We are going to use the letter C in that case. When you hear this sound at the beginning of a word and the next sound is a consonant, use the letter C. This word is key, like what you use to open up your door. And you can see here, it starts with the letter K. So when you hear this sound at the beginning of a word, and the next letter is the vowel E, use the letter K. This word is kit, like you might build a model from a kit. When you hear this sound at the beginning of a word, and the next letter is the vowel I, use the letter K. All right, so those are some guidelines for when to use a C or a K at the beginning of a word. It depends on the letter that comes after it. This word has the letter C and our sound in the middle of the word. But if we look, we can see the vowel A is the next letter. So again, we hear the sound, our next letter is the vowel A, we're going to use a C. And this word is scare, like don't scare your sister. My older sister used to like to scare me when we were kids. This word has our sound in the middle, and the next letter is Y, which in this word is a vowel. So when we have our sound in the middle of a word, and the next letter is the vowel Y, we're going to spell it with a K, and this word is sky. So here's our next guideline. When we have our target sound in the middle of a word, we're going to follow the same pattern as we did at the beginning of a word. We use C if the next letter is the vowel A, O, or U, or if it's a consonant. And we use a K if the next letter is the vowel E, I, or Y. We actually call those 3 the watch out vowels. Here we have our sound at the end of a word. This word is milk. And we use a K at the end here because it comes after a consonant. So this is a whole new pattern. We're at the end of a word now. K comes after a consonant. Here's the word desk. Here's our K because it's after a consonant at the end of a word. And here we have the word rock. Here we're spelling that sound with a CK because it's coming after a short vowel, ah. And here again, CK is going to be the way that we spell this sound in the word duck because it's after a short vowel, And one more, the word is stick. We spell our sound with CK because it's after a short vowel, I. So, end of a word, when we have our target sound, we use a K after consonants. We use a CK after short vowels, a, I, and a. So that is just a brief overview of the spelling patterns for C, K, and CK. If you'd like to know more, please check out my online course, Introduction to Reading, by following the link underneath this video. And if you have questions about the patterns of English, let me know in the comments. You might see the answer to your question in a future video. Until next time, happy reading!